Lee Chin proposes to Yoona like this so subtle. Watch Yoona's reaction. Lovely readers and supporters of it. Easy. We'd like to send a warm greeting to everyone tuning in. If you enjoy the stories, the gentle teasing, and the little romantic daydreams we craft here, please support our YouTube channel at Yahoo Japan News and subscribe. Your cheers keep this little corner of fangirl fanboy optimism alive. There are moments on camera that feel like somebody pressed pause on a rom-com and let real life walk in wearing its most charmingly awkward sweater. The clip people are whispering about in the image that followed it, which I used as a muse for the paragraphs below, is the kind of short, almost breezy slice of life moment that turns into 1,000 fan subtitles and 3 different reaction compilations by the end of the week. Let me warn you, some lines below are playful inferences drawn from the image and short video snippets. They are meant to capture the mood and romance of the moment rather than serve as a literal transcript of everything that happened. In short, adorable speculation ahead. Picture this, a small well-lit set where the hum of crew talk is the background track and the main scene features 2 people who don't need a script to make heartbeats audible. Yoona sits with the natural poise of someone who grew up in the spotlight. Lee Chin has that sheepish, earnest look that says he rehearsed the moment in his head 100 times, but still can be pleasantly surprised by his own courage. In the photo, Yoona's outfit includes a striking touch of green, a color that the camera lingers on because green seems to have quietly become a motif in this exchange. The staff are nearby, smiling, unable to hide the tiny electric thrill of the chemistry between you two is amazing. The staff noticed first. Of course, they did. There's a small silly moment that ripples into something utterly tender. Chae-min looks down at his hands. No phone charm, no dangling ornament like everyone else's. And the awareness of that gap makes him self-conscious. He looks to Yoon and she asks casually, but kindly, what color do you like? The question is practical, but the way she asks it, it becomes an opening. He answers quick and unexpectedly. Certain, I like green. She smiles as if she's been given permission to notice something she already knew. The show's uniform, the little planned details of the production, the bon appetit, your majesty. For once the coincidence reads like destiny because no wonder the bon appetit your majesty uniform is green. I did order that after all, he claims, with mock pride and an undertone of truth. You can feel the audience lean in. It is here in the small talk about colors and charms that the proposal or the proposal-like gesture unfurs. Now, let's be perfectly clear. What follows is more a tender imagining supported by what appears in the screenshot than an official statement, but the images, composition and the snippets around it suggest Chae-min's attempt at being subtle, almost painfully so. He offers something modest, perhaps a small token, a little charm in green, or the symbolic suggestion that he has noticed every small thing about her and matched it. In a culture where fate, zodiac, compatibility, and symbolic colors carry meaningful weight, the stage is set. He even drops with a grin and the soft authority of someone testing a confession. Actually, the horse and dragon years are very compatible. In some corners of East Asian tradition, that's less small talk and more strategic romantic alignment. It's half folklore, half flirtation. Yoon, always quick and playful, raises the other possible reading aloud. Isn't it the MBTI or zodiac signs? Chae-min with the perfect comic timing of a man caught between earnestness and pretend ignorance, tilts his head and asks, what's MBTI? The faint confusion works like a wink. On the surface, it's a joke, a way for him to stay humble and avoid the full weight of what he's saying. But the camera catches the small things, the way his fingers hesitate when he reaches for the token, the little micro expression that reads, I might be pretending not to mean this, but I absolutely do. There's a moment, the staff whispers to each other. The chemistry between you two is amazing. They're right, chemistry is often an invisible force, but here it's almost a tactile thing. We can imagine the crew exchanging glances, someone pretending to adjust a mic while secretly hoping the moment stretches a second longer so they can capture a reaction that feels unscripted and true. It's the kind of behind-the-scenes hush that makes viewers on social media pause and replay the clip in slow motion just to re-experience that tiny electric exchange. Romance at its best needs texture. The green motif becomes that texture. Green is not just a color here, it becomes a language. Green means calm growth, a gentle assurance that someone notices your preferences and then matches them. When Chae-min claims the color as if he ordered the world to match her, it reads both as a joke and a promise. He's saying, I see you. I remember the little things and I will take steps no matter how small or how theatrically disguised as happenstance to honor them. Let's imagine the proposal moment itself, not a knees and ring spectacle, but a soft deliberate offering. He could be presenting a small green charm or simply the idea of it unveiling an accessory that echoes her uniform and, more importantly, echoes his desire to belong in the same color palette as her life. The camera focuses on Yoona's eyes, which are equal parts amused and touched. She gives him the kind of look that could fold into 1,000 fan edits. A blink, a playful nudge, the faintest tightening of her mouth that says, "You little show-off." Her response isn't an immediate dramatic yes. It's better, a lived-in recognition spoken quietly. What color do you like? And then the playfulness of no wonder the Bon appetit Your Majesty uniform is green. That exchange is the proposal, not the token itself but the mutual acknowledgement that someone has been paying attention enough to make a joke. That is also an offering. Of course, viewers love to read destiny into every detail in the age compatibility line. Actually, the horse and dragon years are very compatible, sets the internet's rumor mill humming. Is this a subtle, traditional hint, a thought-out flirtation, or just a cultural reference tossed into the conversation? The beauty is that it can be all three. Whether Chae-min intended to propose in the classical sense, or whether he was simply flirting with cultural shorthand, the exchange is still a small ceremony, a playful blending of tradition, personal details, and an on-camera intimacy that looks for all the world like a rehearsal for a lifetime. We must return briefly and sincerely to the reality check the video itself gives. Some details or inference. The green uniform, the charm, the zodiac comment. These images and lines combined make a delicious narrative, but they do not by themselves constitute a legal proposal or an official announcement. Fans will do what they always do, stitch moments together into meaning, and that warm act of collective imagining is part of the joy. If you enjoyed this take, don't forget to visit and support on YouTube. We'll keep collecting these small lovely moments, polishing them into little essays of affection and humor, and of course, we'll keep speculating with a respectful wink.